WoW drama.
Do you want
Or
little baby
unfair
insane
dramas.
raspberries?
The game's
That's
a
the main part.
role-playing game. It's dramatic, period.
Yeah, we'll hear this. You want to say it again, Mom, or no?
Alright, so me and
It's better when she does.
Pei joined the guild about a year ago. Well, right at the beginning of SOO, so when was that, August or something?
Okay, yeah.
When we joined the guild, they are 25-man raiding guilds in a sea of 10-man. They raided that way because they wanted to be more epic. They really liked the aspect of the teamwork that 25 brought. All that stuff. So it was more just like for fun. Like we were really good players, but
More prestigious.
right, it was just like yeah, like just
If you can, why not?
precisely. Hang on one second.
They're still sifting through trying to find results. So like, there's Visk.
Yeah, none of his are the same name. So we raided through them. We got up to heroic siegecrafter.
Okay, thank you very much.
We were always here, never missed nights. Pei a lot of times would like working while raiding because he would walk in the door at raid time, and that was okay because we hashed that out before we joined the guild that sometimes that would happen. And in fact, somebody else in the guild has the exact same position that he has, and it's the exact same thing. So that worked out really well. Now, during this, one person named Isolator Duratar, he rage quit several times on bosses that were difficult. I think Malgrok was one, and I think he quit again during Siegecrafter. I'm not entirely positive on that, though.
Probably.
He is now an officer. He actually quit the guild at one point. Because he wanted to progress faster, or whatever. He is now an officer. He's a douchebag, which is fine. I just ignore douchebags. I'm a grown-up, and I can fucking ignore douchebags. He, I guess, can't ignore Pei. Well, anyway, so we ended up calling a break at the beginning of the summer. We were on Siegecrafter. We said, fuck it. Let's just take a break,
Well, the
come
one guy
back
said
for patch.
he's had him on ignore.
Yeah. Like, so what? Why is that a problem? Like, I don't understand the problem, then.
He said he was being kicked because he didn't like him and his attitude or something like that. But
How
then
can you
said
know?
that
He's been on ignore.
Yeah, he said he's had ignore.
So, the problem to not liking people is ignoring people. It's called being a grown-up and just dealing with it. When you have 25 to 30 people, you can't like everybody. It's impossible. I like maybe 5 of them. I tolerate the rest. And I dislike probably like 5 or 10 of them. You know? Whatever. So, I said they're trying to figure out who's going to be disc, and I said I'm saved to the lockout if you need me. And they're like, thanks, Mia. Well, anyway, so we log on, patch hits, first raid night. Pei comes on, I come on. We don't really know what's going on. Mythic is a fucking breeze. First night, we breezed through it. We got one-shot Siegecrafter.
From your channel.
Got up to Paragons, and then we had to call it a night. Second night, all we did was Paragons, which we 3-shot. And then we got Garrosh sub 5% 3 or 4 times. Like, easy night. Awesome night, right? Well, then he logs on the next day, futzing around on alt, and he's called in to chat. He's like, okay, sure. He goes to chat with them, and it's all the officers, and they're like, well, I guess you know what's happening next. And he's like, no. And they're like, you can either leave or we can kick you. And he's like, what? Like, no one has ever mentioned anything about any of this being a problem at all ever. So...
Alvaro joined your channel.
So he talks and he finds out the reasons why they want to kick him. One reason is he has low DPS. One time he had low DPS during one fight was because he had his healing gear on when he switched back to DPS. Shit happens. The rest of the time he was, you know, he's on one-on-one fights,
With
he's
the other
usually
shaman.
mid-pack with the other shaman, and then on like AoE fights, he's usually way up top, because that's how shaman work. It's how their class works. Another thing they said, oh, he dies a lot. He had 21 deaths, the other healer had 19 deaths. Like, he was pretty spot on. Shaman die a lot, because shaman are fucking squishy, and that's why they have self-res. It's built into their class.
Yeah, they've been squishy since vanilla.
Right. Third reason, he's unprepared.
Well,
Third reason was he was unprepared. He made a joke about not watching the video, because the last video posted was Heroic Garrosh in June. And it wasn't even the freaking strat that we used. So he joked around that he didn't watch the video. And I was like, I don't watch videos, so why am I not kicked? I know none of the healers watch videos. We joke about it all the time in healing chat. So why am I not kicked? If that's a reason that's kickable, here's a couple people who do it. Like, kick them. So then they're like, well, we don't like his personality, and ISO said there's been a lot of complaints. ISO the douchebag who fucking complains about everyone and rage fucking quits all the time.
I mean, is this the same guy that made the decision last night to switch the loot right before?
No,
That's
that's Ado, who I honestly don't know. He's very soft-spoken, he doesn't talk a lot, and he's now the raid leader. So anyway, all this happens, and they talk to Pei, and he like points out how all of the reasons for kicking him are fucking stupid, and then he calls it a night, and he says, I just want to be in the guild, I don't care if I'm on the raid team. I wasn't even going to raid next year anyway, because he doesn't have the time for it. And so, whatever. So then, okay, so he goes to bed. He wasn't going to talk to me about it, but eventually he does because he's upset and just wanted to let it off his chest. So we talk about it, and at first I'm really fucking ragey, and then I'm like, wow, what does Colder have to say about all this? Because he stepped down from raid lead. He stepped down, kind of took a break. He's been raid leading since vanilla. So I understand that he doesn't want to do it anymore. I get that. Like, I get that you have to kind of take back and put other people in control. But he put Ado as the raid leader. Ado's a great guy. I love him. He's been running the flex run all summer. But he doesn't talk. He doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't call things out. When he does call things out, they're at the wrong times. Like, he's just not, like, leader-worthy. Like, he's doing an awesome job and putting a lot of work in, but whatever. So I come on and I talk to Ado, because that's who I was told to talk to. And I was like, listen, what's going on? What's happening with this raid group? And he's like, I don't know. I can't say anything. And I'm like, you're the raid leader. What do you mean you can't say anything? Like, then he doesn't talk to me. So then I find Colder, who is the guild leader, and I talk to him, and he very rarely responds to me. At one point, I'm like, I see you have Rolling Pally in the guild. Totally other. He was a paladin I was in a guild with before. He had me on ignore, and like in a 10-man raid team, having the two healers ignoring each other doesn't really work well. And so I said, listen, you can bring him into the guild if you want, but my personal opinion, not a team player, our healing team is awesome. We work well together, we understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. I mean, try him out, but my vote is no. Now, that was private, he never saw that. So then we talked about it for a couple days and decided not to give him a try. And then he fucking raged out in the forum thing. He had no idea that I was even involved in it or what I had said, but he raged out, proved every point that we had, or all of our concerns that we had. Now he's in the guild. He's in the guild and he's raiding with this team now. So, I was like, this isn't right. Like, I was talking.
Hold on. Tell him about Insane last night and rolling.
Insane, who is like, never plays this game. He just resubbed. He's in like crazy crappy gear. He out-healed him quite a bit, but that's regardless.
Oh, that's the guy out here?
Yeah. So that's totally irrelevant.
No, it's hilarious.
So I'm talking to Colder, and I'm like, I'm going through all the points again, and I was like, the whole point of why we joined this guild was because we were a good team, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you have weak people who aren't good team leaders in charge now. And I'm like, you need to step up and fix it. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, that's your job as that's your job as a guild leader, is to deal with these situations. Like, and I kept asking for more reasons or for more explanations as to if there was something else that they're not telling me, if there was a specific instance that they're not telling me about, or some kind of misunderstanding or whatever. Hey, Aldo, I see you're still in Bloodfist. LOL. And they were like, and then he didn't say anything. For like 30 minutes, he said nothing. I sat in the channel with him, and he just clammed up.
How to get in their team speak.
So, whatever. It's Mumble.
Mumble.
Or is it Mumble?
If you hit G, it's in their information.
Alright, I'll do that.
Or J, or whatever.
What are you doing?
Aldo left your channel.
I feel like I should go over there and
How does Aldo's dick taste? Anyway.
empty the bag.
Wait, so just so I can clarify the name, because I don't know the name again, I forgot what the name was of the first person that started all this.
Me.
Pei, Bert, my husband.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I was just clarifying.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm an asshole.
He's not though. He barely says anything. So the fact that people have ignored is when he does say something, it's usually pretty stupid. And like all of the healers were all really good friends, and we all kind of joke with each other. And we always kind of like don't heal Pei. Like it's kind of like an inside joke that we've all had. Don't heal Pei. It's funny. It's not so funny now that him dying a lot is one of the reasons, but it was funny at the time. But so anyway, so I come in yesterday expecting to get the talk and be kicked myself because I'm way more obnoxious than Pei ever was. And then so I'm trying to talk to Kohler, and I'm doing this as we're doing this fun raid or whatever. I didn't stream because I was bawling fucking crying. I was so let down with the way that my friends were treating us. So I didn't stream, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm here now, and you got all this drama. And anyway,
This means viewers.
Oh my god, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's sitting next to me and I'm really hungry.
16 viewers now.
That's hilarious. That's because I spammed the channel before Gil. So anyway, so now I get on here and I talk to Ado as I'm rushing around. I just walked in the door, put groceries away, made myself dinner, trying to get the kids in bed in time for raid. I was like, Ado, am I raiding tonight or am I locked out of your channel? And he's like, oh, you're not locked out, you know, come on in, whatever. So I get in there. As soon as I fucking get in there, they're like, can you come down and talk to us? And I'm like, fuck, am I kicked or what? And they're like, well, that's up to you. And I'm like, fucking bullshit. Like, that's just bullshit. So I go in there, and the only person who really speaks to me is Unholy. Person I've never spoken to at all. The old sub-guild leader or whatever, I don't even know. And he's nothing but a fucking cuntbag douchebag to me. And I explain all my points, and he was like, well, I've been around a while. And I'm like, I've been here since fucking vanilla. I'm like, not in this guild, yeah, but on this server, and I've been Horde for the past 6 years, like, I know Bloodfist. I was in another great big guild that's been around since vanilla. You know where they are? Gone, dead, because they did the same fucking bullshit this guy did. And so he kicked me, and I asked Colder to stand up for me, and he was like, no, I'm rather suck his dick, apparently. So he, I guess, loves to suck big fat cunts. I don't know, he's...
Or little tiny penises.
Little tiny penises.
Micro. Come on.
Micro penis.
It's a micro.
It's a real symptom. So
So
I'm just
Aldo goes in there
on the
and
verge of
goes-
fucking crying right now, so excuse me if I don't make sense all the time.
So Aldo goes in there and he's like, y'all a bunch of bitches. he's like kicking dude like that, and then like changing loot rules and little shit. And this guy's like, he's like, who are you? And he's like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, come kick this guy. He sounds like some faggot from Texas.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's another great thing that this guild is doing.
And some guy goes, he goes, wait, so faggot's a bad thing now too?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a bannable offense apparently.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
just
supposed
call
to
them
be.
all fag motherfuckers in guild chat.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know why I'm out of the guild though. I now don't know why I'm out of the guild. I didn't know I was kicked out the raid team.
Technically, if they're going to be treating everybody as individuals, which they obviously were going to kick Bert and keep me because I was top healer. But honestly, one of the top healers. The healing team of Bloodfist is amazing.
I've stayed in guild to see if anyone's really.
How
saying anything. They
many?
didn't say anything.
So what are you doing to spite them?
I don't know. I literally just got kicked like 10 minutes ago.
All
I was
right,
on
well,
for raid.
What's the name of the rival guild?
They don't have
There is
rival
none.
guilds. It's a fucking
not
RP
a
server.
server.
It's very casual.
The whole server's cash.
And like, they were always the nicest people in the world. Who would have a rivalry with them? Bloodfist, honestly, before a couple of fucking douchebags were in charge, nicest people in the world. I honestly love them.
The only thing I've ever done in spite in a situation like this,
Plumber join the guild.
is I've taken half of the guild and switched servers.
I mean, I honestly think that some people might follow me, but I don't really want that to happen. Like, I know there's a really long-lasting friendships there. It's a very old...
I do. I don't care. Schism.
Even if they don't join you, they shouldn't stay there.
That's a horrible guild now.
I don't understand how they can do that to somebody and
You know
expect
a
people to
Guan?
respect them.
A Guan or
Mhm.
GWAN?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
What
listening
server are
to
you
me.
guys
It's
on?
What are you talking about?
Guan is the new healing lead.
I said, Vertigo and me, I was like the fucking only people in this game who fucking helps people.
Guan is awesome guy. I love him, but he's the kind of guy who's like, he's on a fight that's terrible for monk healers and starts bitching about his numbers. He's like, I'm so bad. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should just re-roll to whatever class is doing number one at this point in time.
This guy Unholy asked me, he's like, Digital, do you have anything to add? I didn't say a word when Aldo was in there. I didn't say anything, like,
Just
At
picking
all.
on people for no reason.
he goes, Digital, do you have anything to add? And I was like, I was just popping in to listen to the Love Fest. I was like, you mostly seem like fantastic people. He goes,
Really
fair enough.
classy ass.
Again, you're welcome to stay, but I understand if you don't want to. However, we need to
Nikki,
just move
doesn't
on
this sound
now.
oddly familiar?
Who wants a snickerdoodle?
This will be the third time.
I want a snickerdoodle.
I do this every time. I get emotionally invested with the people I'm raiding with.
No.
Every
No,
fucking
No,
time.
no, no, no. This is even better. Mia can now be called
Destroyer of Guilds again. Because Bloodfist is
going to break, and it's her fault.
Oh god, it's don't. It's,
No, I didn't do
Hay had
anything.
nothing to do with it. He never did anything wrong to deserve all the slack to begin with. Like, it was totally
He was
bullshit.
No, no, no. What they wanted to do was kick me from the guild so they could kick her without kicking her.
They might be, because I was well liked by a lot of people.
Yeah,
Because I'm fucking hilarious.
Oh, well, she left because he did. It had nothing to do with us kicking her. Then she gets kicked before me. And then I get kicked for no reason. Like, I'm not even logged in. That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
What server are you guys on?
Earth and Ring. And we're a horde.
My God, that is an old server.
It is. I've been playing since vanilla. Yep.
Sweet Jesus.
This character
That's like
that I'm
saying you
playing
play on
now.
Philrog.
This character was my main starting BC. It was a Draenei, and it was priest, and I leveled it up. Started raiding right at the tail end of BC. And then I switched to Horde during Ice Crown. This guild has been around forever, and I don't know why he's letting his baby that he's been nurturing for 10 years go in the hands of fucking idiots
Quan
like that.
just whispered me. It's like, what are you going on about? I was talking about how Insane was so fat. And he was like, are you really like being mean to this
Insane is that fat.
What?
I'm just kidding, Insane.
back-
I love you. I love
back-
blowing babies, raspberries on your belly.
I said the tiny little penis, and I said, like the higher ups in this guild.
Check out this
seem to have when it
salad,
comes
which
to
is
being
see-through
upfront
'cause it's
and
green.
straightforward.
Looks
I
so
just
good.
I
want-
just want,
You just
like...
missed it, Mia. I just said.
I just want an
awesome
answer.
Did Aldo get kicked from guild?
Oh, instantly.
Stuff. Did you see what I said?
Yeah, that's what
I didn't.
I said, because I was talking about him being fat, and I said he had a tiny little penis. I said, like the higher ups in this guild seem to be when it comes to being upfront and straightforward.
What we should
And
do
then
is
I
join
declared.
AIE so we can kill that guild too.
Oh god.
Destroy our guilds.
It's Kurt Schilling's guild. That'd be the best.
Oh god.
It's the only other guild that does anything, but aren't they like 4 or 5 guilds?
They are now when they
guilds total.
split them up. They used to be one like ginormous guild, but
They
now
had
like there's a
five-
cap.
Close to 5,000 members at one point.
Yeah, there's a cap. Now.
Whoa!
So they made like AIE. They made
The
like
biggest-
different
biggest-
sub names.
Yeah,
What the
biggest
fuck?
guild in the game.
There was a podcast associated
Still
with
out,
it at
still
some
out.
point. Is it?
Yeah.
Second.
It's
Why
second
the
life.
hell would you ever want that many people?
It's fucking horrible. It's
And-
like
and-
Baron's chat all the time.
Not
Not only that, but that's the reason why the horde on this server.
Far
So
out
Guan just said the
yeah,
problem
yeah,
with you
yeah.
going
Fine.
disc is that my heels would look bad.
Someone whispered you and said that?
I'm in healing chat still. I mean, I don't think they can kick me out of that. There's no
They
moderator.
can't.
I'm pretty sure
That's
I'm
a
the
self-made-
moderator. Yeah,
That's a self-made shit.
I'm pretty sure I'm a moderator.
That's kind of fun.
Actually, the channel is owned right now by Mobe.
Wait a minute.
It changes whoever's logged in.
Invite us all to that chat.
You can just join. It's
It's slash fist healers.
Is it / join space fist healers?
Yeah.
Nikki, what are you playing?
Sims.
Why you no heal joined? Digital Camel joined channel.
I'm waiting for about 4 hours from now. I'm getting divorced in about 4 hours.
How do I talk in that channel? Oh, /5? Or...
Well,
/5
whatever.
5 or 6 or whatever.
Man, mine's 6.
Just remember, these are the people that me and I really don't hate a whole lot.
I love these people. I really do. Honestly, Guan, I don't think he's a good
They
leader,
know.
but I do really like him. I think he's a really fun guy. Percy's the nicest person in the universe. The sweetest girl in the world. And I know I'm going to be friends with her because I'm friends with her on Facebook and we talk
So if
about
they
makeup all the
ban me
time.
from the mumble, I can still come in.
I don't know.
I say we DDoS their mumble.
He's like, your name and serial number.
Unreliable.
I'm like, what the
Yeah, as
fuck?
soon as he said that, I was like, dude, you should have totally just rambled it
Yep.
off.
Fucking cunt.
And be like, what now? Because I fucking
So
have
retarded.
one.
Hello.
What's their mumble IP?
Mumble would be. Hold on. Get it for you.
Why don't you just link it for me?
I can do that.
I'm so pissed.